This video will explain how to use a golf group or league's own personal web page. So here we're looking at Columbia Saturday Morning Group. We call this the control panel. Picture of the group or the leader of the group or representatives of the group can be posted in the middle of the page. We have announcements that can be posted. This can be password controlled. You can have anyone in the group posting announcements, or you can have this controlled where only certain members of the group can post announcements. On the far right is the administrative section, and again this can be set so it can be administered by people having the correct password. This explains and for everyone how the handicap is produced. There are a lot of options with ourgolfstats.com. Anything from basing the handicap on the last 20 rounds, the best 10 out of the last 20 rounds. This group is using a handicap based on best 5 of the last 10 rounds. And what handicap percentage the organization gets. This organization is basing their handicaps on 90% of the best 5 rounds out of the last 10 that any member has played. This is tailorable for every golf league and every individual, so you can set how your handicaps are tailored. Many groups are finding that basing the handicap on fewer than 20 rounds helps to keep the handicap more current for a group or league that only plays once a week. In the middle is the guts of this screen. There are main sections here are the member roster, and if we scroll down the page a little bit, we'll see underneath the member roster is another big box for the schedule. Scrolling down even further is the course handicaps. So we've got 3 main windows, if you will, in the middle of the page that give you the bulk of the information. Let's look at the member roster. In this box there are some scroll lines. We can scroll down the member roster. We can scroll across the member roster. And here you can see people are listed along with their ID number if you have ID numbers within your group, what their current handicap is, if you have flights for your group, what flight they're in, the date last played, phone, email, address, date they might have paid up if you have membership fees, etc. Inside the member roster box, you can print this roster. Some groups have this password enabled, whether you can add members or edit member information so that not everyone can do it. Some groups leave this not password protected. It's up to you. For groups who have one person do the data entry of the scores, and usually that relates to who the winner of the round is, we still allow individual members to come in and enter their own optional statistics. So let's say you play for a league that someone records the scores. You find out once it's posted that you finished 4th in your flight. You can still come back here, click on this link, and enter your own optional stats like the number of putts you took, the number of fairways you hit, the number of times you were right of the fairway, the number of sand saves you had, the number of greens in regulation, number of penalty strokes, etc. So that you can have those statistics show up on the various reports, even though someone else recorded your score. So if you want this feature, click on this link. And if you don't have your own personal password that allows only you to update your statistics, you're told there how to contact us, get your own password, and you're in business keeping your own optional stats even though someone else is doing your data entry for you. Down below the roster is the schedule. You can print the schedule, create or delete schedule items. Put your mouser inside this box and you can pull down on the bar over here, or if you have a mouse that has a rotation device in the middle, you can roll on that. And here you're seeing the date, the tee time, whether it's a shotgun or not, where they're playing, what tees are being played for men. Tee choices are men, women, seniors, juniors, champions tees, or by handicap. And the rating and the slope for that tee is provided. If you're a 9-hole league, the starting hole can be set on the schedule, whether you're starting on the front 9 or the back 9. And you can see that here, men's and women's. The men are playing from the white and the women are playing from the red. So if your group includes maybe men, maybe some going off the women's tees, maybe some going off seniors' tees, you can put them all right here on the schedule. Lets people know what tee box they're playing from for that date. Below that is the box for the course handicaps. In order to get a handicap for a course, the course must be on the schedule, added in. So it's going to know that you're going to be playing a course. And let's find out for Columbia only if they're playing at Annbriar on September 14th at this time. Let's submit that. And you get everyone listed, their handicap, the tees that they could possibly play by. And this is arranged in front 9 handicap, a back 9 handicap, and a total handicap. If you are only doing competition based on the full 18 holes, you just might want to look here at the total handicap. This is printable by clicking on the printable Net Score Worksheet. And from that, I will right-click the mouse button, say Print Preview, and as soon as there's a Print Preview, and go to my printer button to print the document. All reports can be printed this way. You'll probably want to do Print Preview first and then print from the browser printer button. Once you print that off, you can take it at the end of 9 holes. You write the front 9 score in here. Again, if you're doing competition on both front 9 and back 9, write the back 9 score in here. Write the total score in here. Do the math, subtracting the strokes, and you get the net score for the front 9 that's color-coded here. Back 9 net score for total. And anyone in your group can print this out and take it to the course, so you don't have to have a course leader who's maybe got all the handicaps in a notebook and they can't make it to the course this week, and who's going to get that notebook and figure it out. Anybody in the group can handle the bringing of the Net Score Worksheet to the course. Obviously, you don't have to print this out if only 2 of you are getting together and play. Just write down the score, handicap of what you get. This tells you what you're going to be getting at any future round. So that's the control panel. There are 3 links here right above the member roster that are important. To record the scores, you put it in here. If this is password protected, you've got your group has somebody doing the data entry for you, and only that person will have the password. If you want to take a survey on what other features you would like to see, click here. If you want to view the reports that are available to you, there are many available, and we'll have another video tutorial to go into all of those, but you'll come to a page that lists all the different reports that are available.